Now we continue with the Diamond Sutra. We've been talking on the Diamond Sutra for quite a while, and now we have come to section 18, which is page 20. For those who just come here for the first time, probably there's a lot of information that we're trying to say that you won't understand because you missed out a lot of these lectures. But plant some seeds in your mind. Plant some seeds as to the knowledge of what Buddhism is all about. Have some idea of what Buddhism is all about. It's not about just blessings, about worshipping, about idolizing. No, nothing about that. A lot of people have a lot of misunderstanding about Buddhism because they haven't opened the door of the treasure to look at the inside. They just heard about it. They haven't ventured into the spiritual odyssey, we say. So maybe this is the time that you should start. Not just living the materialistic style of life. Maybe we should lead the spiritual style to balance the two. One cannot just look at material. More and more we find out that spirituality is more important. That's what we are lacking in the modern days. But anyway, without further ado, I would like to go on. Section 18, and I read it out. Subhuti, what do you think? Does the Tathagata possess human eyes? I already explained that. Yes, well-honored one, the Tathagata possess human eyes. So, Tathagata means the Buddha. This is another epithet name for Buddha. Buddha have generally 10 names, not just Buddha. Tathagata, the well-honored one, and many other names too. The historical Buddha, historically, factually, appeared on earth 2,600 years ago. He's got human eyes, of course, like you and me. Subhuti, what do you think? Does the Tathagata possess Deva eyes? Yes, well-honored ones, the Buddha possesses Deva eyes. What are Deva eyes? What is Deva? Deva is a Sanskrit word, and Deva means divine. Now, what is a Deva eye? Eye implies vision. The vision of the Deva eye is not the same as the human eyes. According to Mahaprajnaparamita Sutra, the Deva eye sees both the near and the far, miles away. Thousands of miles away. Deva means, if we use common English, guardian angels. Guardian angels, or some people call them gods, goddesses. They have Deva eyes. The Deva eye sees both the near and the far, the front and the back. We can't see our back, can we? We can't see our back. But the Deva eyes can see the outside and the inside. We can't see through walls, but the Deva eyes can see through walls. The light and the dark. We can't see in darkness, but the Deva eyes can see in darkness. The top and the bottom. We can't see what is above us. We can't see. We can't see what is below us. But the Deva eyes can see. All without obstructions. It sounds inconceivable. It sounds unimaginable. How can eyes see that? Well, there's so many things in our world that is inconceivable, unbelievable by our senses, which you may not believe sometimes out of ignorance you don't believe. But if you use logic to postulate it, you know that, there are many things that we don't know. There are many things that our eyes can't see, but even animals can see things we can't see. Even fish can hear miles away that we can't hear. Now, if I don't believe, I only believe in things I hear, I only believe in things I see, then you're restricted in your view. You're restricted in your knowledge. There are many things. So some people will say, Devas, guardian angels, no way, I don't believe them. I never see guardian angels before. That's your restrictions, your obstructions. There are people in other worlds, devas, a higher level world than us. And if you are so obstinate that you only believe in what you see in this world, imagine many years ago we saw ETs, right? ETs is from another planet. You don't believe in ET? I don't particularly believe in the ET per se, but I believe there are other existence in other planets. You may not believe, it's up to you. So Deva eyes, the Buddha, some people we have human eyes, and does the Buddha have Deva eyes? Yes, the Buddha already obtained Deva eyes through practice of meditation. Through practices of meditation. Next, Zubudi, what do you think? Does the Tathagata possess wisdom eyes? So, human eyes, Deva eyes, and wisdom eyes. What is this wisdom eyes? The wisdom eye perceives objects in the realm of emptiness, which is even higher level than Deva eyes. The wisdom eye is possessed by those who cultivate the Stravaka's path. You may not know what is Stravaka. Remember there are 4 levels in Stravaka, the Theravada school: Srotapana, Sakradagamin, and Anagamin, and Arahats. What are these? These are practitioners of meditation who achieve levels of understanding, levels of enlightenment. 1st level, 2nd level, 3rd level, 4th level. And we call them Srotapana, Sakradagamin, Anagamin, and Arahats. If you become an Arahat, what happened to you? You are free from all mental afflictions. You are beyond life and death. You are beyond reincarnation. Imagine, you don't have any mental afflictions anymore. You don't have anger, you don't have hatred, you don't have jealousy, you don't have fraudulence, you don't have negligence. All those that impurify you, all those that make you suffered, are gone. No more of those. You only feel with compassion. You're pure. No more mental afflictions. Only the foolish would think that I like to be angry. I like to be jealous. Nobody would like that except the foolish. They like to be filled with mental afflictions. I like to be madly in love. Well, you got a problem if you like to be madly in love. You're crazy for love. If the love is not reciprocated, you do all kinds of actions to hurt the other party. So, all the practitioners of the Sravaka, the 4 levels I mentioned, they have the wisdom eye. They already obtained the wisdom eye. The Arahat possesses the complete wisdom eye, but the wisdom eye is also possessed by bodhisattvas and others who see emptiness. What do you mean by seeing emptiness? Oh, when I see emptiness, when I recognize emptiness, when I realize emptiness, what happened to my understanding? What is emptiness? Mean empty, nothing? This room is empty and that's emptiness? That is a common English meaning. The philosophical, much deeper meaning is not just seeing the emptiness of it. Remember when we chant the Heart Sutra? What does it say? If you see everything as is what the Heart Sutra says, and really perceive it in depth and really understand it, then you see emptiness. What is this? What's the meaning of seeing the emptiness, the real essence of things, the real nature of things, seeing through the nature of things, like a diamond drill cutting through the diamond. What does it mean by seeing emptiness? It takes a lot of time to explain it, but maybe I utter a few sentences for you to think about. When you see emptiness, then you will know the following. Form is no different than emptiness, and emptiness is no different from form. Emptiness is form, form is emptiness. The same is true with perception, conception, volition, and consciousness. And then the emptiness of all things is neither created nor does it perish, neither impure nor pure, neither increasing or decreasing. Therefore, in emptiness, there is no form, nor perception, nor conception, nor volition, nor consciousness. No eye, ear, nose, tongue, body or mind, no form, sound, smell, taste, touch, or object of mind. Does that sound like magic to you? You've got to think about it. How come no eye, no ear, no taste, no touch, nothing? Do they just say, I don't have an eye, I don't have a nose, I don't have an ear? It's more than that. Try to venture into it. Try to know more about it. It takes many, many lectures to explain emptiness, but I'll stop at that. Otherwise, I can't carry on. Okay, so the wisdom eye see the emptiness of things. And let's carry on. Zupadi, what do you think? Thus, the Tathagata possessed Dhamma eyes? Yes, we're on the one. The Buddha possesses Dhamma eyes. So it's a higher level now. The physical eye, the Deva eye, the wisdom eye. Now is the Dhamma eyes. What is this Dhamma eye? The Dhamma eye perceives the means to liberate others as only possessed by bodhisattvas. While the wisdom eye sees the emptiness of all things, the Dhamma eyes discerned myriad differences in things. That sounds inconceivable. While the wisdom eye is concerned with the truth of emptiness, the Dhamma eye is concerned with the truth of provisional reality, the reality of appearances. That means if you see through emptiness, you are in emptiness. When you are in emptiness, you're beyond life and death, you're beyond mental afflictions. You are, what should I say? You are immersed happily, joyfully in happiness because there's no life and death anymore, no suffering anymore. But that's not enough. You help yourself to be out of suffering, but that's not enough. Why? You've got to help others. Others and you is one. In other words, how can you be happy if all others are unhappy? If all others are unhappy, you can't be happy. Only when everybody is happy can you be happy. You understand what I mean? Only when everybody is happy, then you are happy. Is that logical? If I am the only one who is happy and you are all unhappy, would I be happy? You wouldn't be happy. If you are living in a big mansion, a gorgeous mansion, incomparable, the most expensive house, and everybody surrounding you live in squatter huts, would you be happy? You would be happy in your own house. But when you walk out to the wild, everybody is in rags, everybody is suffering. And then I say, I walk back to my own house. Then you're restricted. You're restricted in your ego, in yourself. So the Dhamma eyes, that means, no, I wouldn't be happy until everybody is happy, unless everybody is happy. And to make everybody happy is not an easy thing to do. Let's start from the family. Can you make all your family members happy? You got brothers and sisters. You make John happy, but Jeanette is jealous about John's happiness. And Jeanette is blaming you. You're trying to make your dad happy. Your mom say, hey, how come dad's Christmas gift is better than mine? All these Can you make every family member happy? Extremely difficult. You have to put on a show to do that. So, in order to make everybody happy, you must have the power to do so. You must be able to see myriad of differences in everybody. You must understand the personality of everybody. It's possible. If you want to make your family members happy, you try to understand the personality of every member. I understand the person. I see through the personality of my brother John. I know he likes certain things and dislikes certain things. I see through the personality of Jeanette, my little sister. I see through everybody. You got to have that power to do so. That's the power of provisional reality. In other words, you may be able to discern myriad differences in life. That's very powerful. That's the Dhamma Eye. If you got the Dhamma Eye, for example, and you're doing your guided meditation, oh, that's powerful. Here's John. I know what he wants. I know his deficiency. I know his improvement. So I walk to him and say, no, this is what you should do. This is what you should do, and this is what you shouldn't do. Then I come to this side and say, no, what you need is different from what he needs. So this is what you need. I will be able to discern what you need, your relevant needs, and I satisfy your relevant needs. I don't apply one principle to everybody. And reality is provisional. What do I mean by reality is provisional? Reality, if defined in world reality, is not real. It's provisional. It's just a name. But it's reality. But it's just like provisional existence. Our existence is more or less provisional. Provided many things happen, contribute to our existence. Many causes and effects put together contribute to our existence. If some causes and some effects don't exist, we don't exist. So we exist not on our real self nature. We exist because of causes and effect. Just look at our body, our health. Anything that happens to our health, that affects to our health, that adversely affect our health, we don't exist anymore. We'll be sick. And if it's serious, we're going to be very sick, and it is absolutely impossible, then we died. So even our body, our minute little world, our own body, is provisional. It's impermanent. It's causality. But it's amazing. In provisional, that is the unprovisional. In the unreal, that is the real. And we got to look for that. Om Mani Padme Hum. What's the first word? Money. That nature. The Buddha discovered that nature. And he told us through generations, you can find that nature too. I found it. I'm out of life and death. I'm beyond suffering. But you can do the same thing. Is Buddha the God? No. Buddha found that nature. That nature that would drive you beyond suffering, beyond life and death. Well, let's carry on. Subhuti, what do you think? Does the Tathagata possess Buddha eyes? Yes, well, on the one, the Tathagata, the Buddha possesses Buddha eyes. Now, what is the Buddha eye? We talk about the 5 eyes. Physical eyes, Deva eyes, wisdom eyes, Dhamma eyes, now the Buddha eyes. Now, according to Mahaprajna Paramita Sastra, the Dhamma Eye enables a bodhisattva to cultivate the Dhamma as well as to know the expedient means by which other beings can cultivate the enlightenment. The Dhamma Eye, however, is not omniscient in its awareness. So a bodhisattva is always practicing to achieve a higher level, the Buddha Eye. In other words, the Dhamma Eye still discriminates. The Dhamma Eye still have this trace of discrimination. But the Buddha Eye is free of discriminations. The Buddha Eye sees everything, including whatever is seen by other four eyes. It not only sees through in the present, it also sees through in the past and in the future. So this is the highest level. With the wisdom eye, Buddhas see the emptiness of all things, and with the Dhamma eye, the Buddhas see the doctrine of emptiness and the Dhamma reality. And with the Buddha eye, that includes the power of the other four eyes already. That's the highest level. So the Buddha eye is omnipotent, is omnipresent, and omniscience. There's nothing of which the Buddha eye does not see, or the Buddha does not know. So that's the Buddha eye, the highest level. And I think that's enough for explaining the Buddha eye. Let's carry on. Subhuti, what do you think? Does the Tathagata say that the sand grains in the Ganges are sand grains? So the Buddha turned his attention to something practical. Give an example. In the river Ganges, there's a lot of sand. And they say, yes, well, on the one, the Tathagata says there are sand grains in the river. Subhuti, what do you think? If there were as many Ganges rivers as sand grains in the Ganges, and if there was as many Buddha rams as sand grains of all those Ganges rivers, would there be many world systems? Is there only one Buddha? No, there's many, many Buddhas. All those sentient beings who become enlightened are the Buddhas. So Buddhism is not just worshiping God. Oh, there's one God and I'm going to worship Him. There's so many Buddhas. All the enlightened ones who are free from suffering, who go beyond life and death, who attain complete enlightenment. They are Buddha. And you've got that nature. I've got that nature. It's just our nature is unexpressed, undiscovered. So there are many Buddhas and there are many sentient beings too. And there are many world systems, many worlds. It's not just, this is in the galaxy, in the universe, this is only one little earth. The Buddha said that 2,600 years ago. We are living not only in this one world. There's many other worlds. And later scientists find out, astrology find out that, yeah, by looking at the telescope, Galileo, looking at the telescope, they know, oh, there's so many galaxies, many millions of miles away. But before the invention of telescope, before science progressed, everybody thought that we are living in this world and there's no other beings, no other planets. But the sutra says there's immeasurable galaxies, immeasurable suns and moons and stars and planets. The Buddha mentioned that 2,600 years ago. So we are only a grain, like a grain among the sand of the river. But we are very egoistic. We don't think that way. I'm great. I want this, I want that. I want fame, I want reputation, I want money, I want enjoyment, I want happiness, even at the expense of others. Because we're egoistic. And the Diamond Sutra said, we are only a minute part of the whole universe. And it says here, let's continue, many well-honored ones, many, many grain sands, many, many sentient beings, many, many Buddhas, many, many world systems, and many, many galaxies and planets. The Buddha said, the living beings in all these world systems have many different minds which are all known to the Tathagata. The Buddha is aware of all the thoughts of all sentient beings. Why? Because the thoughts of sentient beings are delusions that are empty of self-nature. All our thoughts are delusions. How come our thoughts are delusions? I think I'm thinking right. Every one of my thoughts is good. These not delusions. Well, you come to analyze it psychologically, psychoanalysis, and analyze your thought. When you analyze your thought, I'm not going into details of psychoanalysis of thought, but when you analyze every thought, you find out that it's empty. It arises out from where? From the ego. That pulls us down. That ego in us is responsible for our downfall. But the Buddha's awareness of all the thoughts of countless beings is like the ocean's awareness of all the waves in the ocean, if we can give an analogy. The waves don't know they are waves. Only the ocean knows about it. Every wave, every little wave, each wave is like an ego striving for illusionary existence. Every wave in the ocean. And only the ocean knows that they are waves. The ocean is like what? The ocean is like enlightenment, and the waves are illusions. Enlightenment and illusions are what? Are one and the same. A wave is not different from the ocean, and the ocean is no different from the wave. Remember, form is not different than emptiness, and emptiness is not different than form. Form is emptiness, and emptiness is form. Ocean is wave, and wave is ocean. Ocean is not different from wave, and wave is not different from ocean. Enlightenment and illusions are one and the same. Does it confuse you? You don't know what I'm talking about. You have to think about it. When you walk out for lunch, or not in here, in McDonald's, when you are biting on your hamburger and you say, what this monk is talking about? You mean hamburger is nothing than mouth, and mouth is not nothing than hamburger? So my mouth is eating something that is not eating in my mouth? So, you think about it. So your money is the same as my money, therefore I can put your money in my money? You think about it. Now, when sentient beings are afflicted with mental illusions, they are called sentient beings. When sentient beings attain complete enlightenment, they are called Buddhas. Nothing about God. Nothing about this one-way worshipping. Nothing about this servant and master relationship. Nothing about inequality of status. You're always God and I'm always the follower. You are the same as Buddha, not different, because ocean and waves are the same. They're different in form, same in nature. So if I can use God, I can say, I am God. I have that God in me. You have that God in you. And that God is equal. No different. Using the analogy of ocean and waves, again, I like to use this example. This is a vivid and lively example. Waves are like sentient beings who are born from diluted thoughts. This is something that you have to think about. How come I'm born from diluted thoughts? How are you born? Just for the sake of interest. I shouldn't venture too much into it. How are you born? You were born from an idea. You were born from a thought. And that's not, don't trace it too far in the past. You were born because of that one thought of what? Of your mom and dad. You know what I mean? And that thought is diluted. If that thought doesn't come out, you are not here today. That's enough. You think about it. Diluted thoughts themselves do not recognize their own diluted thoughts. Just like a knife cannot cut itself. Can a knife cut itself? Deluded thoughts are deluded thoughts. They do not recognize their own deluded thoughts. Just like when I'm mad with anger, I do not realize the delusion of anger because I'm all mad. I'm all overwhelmed by madness. I don't see my thought as deluded. I don't see my anger as not right. And because of this anger, I carry out violent action. And then I fall into the web of karma. I've done something wrong. In this world, I've got to be responsible for expression of my anger into violence that results in hurting somebody. I'll get punished by law right now, right here. But karma said that is only your what? Your present retribution to your karma. There's also the further karma that goes into the next life. You really have to study karma to understand more about it. Karma, K-A-R-M-A, for those who don't know, I'm always glad that we have the internet. Anything you don't know, you just click it in. Karma, what do I mean? What do you mean by karma? When we don't have that, we usually would have to, before we flip the dictionary. And it took ages for us to find one word. Right now, just click it in. So we're overwhelmed with information these days, and we're all spoiled. Oh, I have to finish this. Okay, let's hurry up and finish this. Where are these deluded thoughts? They arise from the mind, just like waves arising from the ocean. If you want to find these thoughts, you cannot find it because they change rapidly, they are impermanent, they arise out of causality, they are empty of self-nature. A wave changes every second, very rapidly, and they do not have a permanent form. If you are trying to hold a wave in permanence, you cannot. So if it's not just a wave, if the water is rushing down from a stream, you go to Kamloops, you go to Squamish, you go to a stream and you use a knife and you cut the stream flow, can you stop it? You can't stop stream flow. You cut the water, you can stop the water. It's ever flowing. It's ever flowing, it's non-stop, like a live stream. But if you examine carefully, there is a time that is intermittent. Every life is a live stream.